Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, John Howell here. Hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'm just going to give you guys a bit of an update on what's coming up moving forward this week. And also, I want to become real with you guys after this in today as well too, after this quick little update about you and your personal trading and why are you trading in the first place. So initially it's going to be a bit of a light-hearted, market update, what's happening right now, where we're probably likely to run to right now, and what's going on this week. And then I'm going to get into a bit of a heavy stuff for you guys because some of you guys need an ass whooping. Just like I do, I actually have a mentor myself, and he's a very, very, very successful private mentor. Makes anywhere between he's probably going to make between $5 and $7 million this year. He's well over halfway right now. So that's who I go to for me as a personal coach. So when I'm coaching my private clients, by the way, guess who I'm getting coached by? Someone like that. He's a private trader. He's not in the public eye. No one knows about him. Even if you try to Google his name, which I can't because I've signed an NDA. It's not even on the internet, right? You can't find him anywhere. But I've seen him trade. I've seen what he does, and I've been following him now for a long time. And I've been very fortunate that he's let me be part of a small group that he has as well, and be coached by him as well too. So his no BS has really helped me out. So with that being said, what's going on right now with the markets, and what can we expect this week? Well, right now, as I'm seeing right now with the SP500, I can see that we are still continue to step up. If I bring up my overall charts, I'm seeing there's a lot of resistance around that $3,000 level there. And as you guys know, right, I always had a target of 3,000. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I had this resistance around here. So I thought, okay, we're probably likely to run the 3,000, as you can see down the bottom here, right? I always had a target of 3,000. For some reason, guys, I just don't, I don't know. What do you guys think? I've been listening to Ray Dalio a lot about that whole 1937 and stuff like that. Maybe this time is different. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But he seems to think that we won't make new highs in the markets. I don't know. Maybe we won't. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you think we will race up to all-time new highs, and close this gap, or what do you guys think? But on a short-term basis, guys, I see the markets rallying back up towards this high up the top here. This high up the top here, around about 3,000 level there. So probably a short-term base, or probably the start of this week, we're probably likely to see an up move. We have that 3,000, and then we also have just above that as well, is probably just that sort of 3,000, just a slightly above that 3,100 level as well too. So we maybe, because we had this support level through here, resistance level, we may be getting ready to sort of, let me just take that off the screen there. We don't need that. We've got this nice little support level coming up through here as well. Nice little bounce off. So we may be getting ready to have a nice move back up towards the 3,100 level there. So that'll be interesting to see. But the same for the Dow Jones, right? The Dow Jones, if I squeeze my chart up, we've got this major level of support back here around that sort of, what is that level there? Around the 25,500. Man, I'm cold this morning. I'm doing it first thing in the morning. It's Monday morning here. I've got my heater on, but for some reason my body's freezing this morning. Anyway, so I actually do see the Dow Jones probably likely to rise from here on a short-term basis. On a short-term basis, guys, probably around the 25,500 level there. As you can see, right? 25,500 there. And that's really interesting because that's probably the same distance that the S&P's got until it hits that resistance level there. But if we go to that weekly chart, then we can overall see that that's that level through there, as you can see, right around the 25,500. That whole level through there is a major level of resistance, and we're getting close to that resistance level right now as well too. So maybe we're getting ready for another move to the upside, or at least for the short term, guys. Nasdaq is just in a world of its own. It's almost about to close this gap. Nasdaq's probably Nasdaq. I can't talk, damn it. Nasdaq is probably likely to race to all-time new highs there. Let's go have a look at silver and gold here. Man, silver and gold has just continued to be stuck in this sideways range, which is a very, I was going to say very bullish move, but not yet. What we want to see is if we get a nice breakout of here on gold, then that tells us we're going to go for a nice run to the upside. So watch out for that this week, guys. If we continue this sideways movement and then we get a very strong breakout, strong, not like a little dubby, right? When I'm talking about this here, boom, right? Really big, strong like bull, right? I'm not talking about like, oh, right, I'm not talking about that. All right, I went strong like bull. Right, big thing like this thing over here. See that there? See this here? See this bar here? Very strong. Boom. Right, needs to be a lot bigger than what we see through here. That's what I'm looking for. If I go to the GLD, I want to see that. Right, looking at this GLD through here, we're getting all this sideways movement. Not much going on. Da. All right, give me strong like bull. Right. So watch out for that, guys. If we get a strong like bull move through here, then, man, I'm cold. Why am I so cold for? I'll turn my heater up. 175 is my target if we get strong like bull, right? Strong like bull. We need strong like bull. Oh, I don't want any fat assing around of dabba, right? If I get that, I'm not even going to look at it, right? But if we get strong like bull, I'll have a look at it. So that's what I'm looking at through there, all right? So I want strong like bull, right? And an increase in volume. You got it, guys? All right, cool. Silver. Let's have a look at E. Come on. TC2000. People, I get some people saying, John, are you high right now? No. I went through cancer, guys. If you guys actually type into YouTube, John Howe cancer, you'll be able to see it. It was 2008, 2009. I went through cancer. Had a big lump on my neck and all that sort of stuff. You'll be able to see what I actually went through back then as well too. And why I decided to go natural and all that sort of stuff. So when people say, John, are you high? No. I don't do any drugs. I hardly drink. And what I mean by hardly is like, I don't drink, right? I might, maybe every now and then, I'll have a Corona. Have a Corona for the Rona. Maybe that's the secret sauce to keeping the Rona away. Have a Corona. Keep the Rona away from that. Have a Corona, keeps the Rona away. Guys, do not take that literally. That was a joke, by the way. If you guys think it's serious. No, it's a joke. Right, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I'm pretty straight when it comes to that. I'd rather go to the gym. I'd rather go do some. I'd rather if I want to get a high, I'd rather go to the gym. I'd rather do a big exercise. I'd rather go do something that gets me out of myself, right? Like hiking or biking or running or doing a YouTube video for you guys. Oh, and by the way, right now you might think I'm high, but I'm not. I'm just cold. So the energy is up right now. So what's happening right now with silver, right? What do we get with silver? Oh, same with gold, right? Strong like bull. Strong like bull. Strong like bull. Bull, right? Let's delete this here. Look at this here. We're getting all this sideways movement, aren't we? All this sideways face. What do we need? We need what? Strong like bull, right? Strong like bull, which probably says we're likely to see a move to the upside. Bull, right? Which I believe we're probably likely to get because I believe this is a major low, and I believe this is going to be the start of a very nice 2 to 5 year secular bull market. And when I say that, guys, I don't mean straight up for the next 4 or 5 years. It's going to go up for a few weeks, okay? Pumpkins, all right? Some of you guys think that it's going to keep going. He said bull market's got to start, and then in 2 days it goes sideways. Are you serious, guys? Go on. Get your knickers out of a knot, will you? Right? That's not how the markets work. How do they work? They go up for a few days, and then it pulls back. Does that mean the bull market's ended? No. Why? Because the market steps into fashion like it did, right? Don't get your knickers in a knot. If you want to hold something for 2 to 5 years, expect pullbacks. Expect sideways movements. As long as we're making higher lows, buyers are in control, right? So anyway, what do we want? Strong like bull, right? That's what we want. Strong like bull. Same for the SLV here, all right? Strong like bull, right? We've got to be a lot of volume here. So that tells me we're probably like going to start to see some movement up here on the SLV as well too. Alrighty traders, so let's go have a look at the GDX right now. GDX has continued to be very, very, very nicely moved to the upside. But as referred to my videos that I did last week, you can see how that on this weekly chart, very, 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 very big strong moves to the upside. Not yet, right? Not yet, right? People, guys, even when you're investing in, even if you want to buy into something, it's all that probability, right? You don't want to just throw your money at anything. Like, come on, guys, don't be stupid. Seriously, it's like, you know, it's a lot of people say, "Oh, just get in now," you know, and all this sort of stuff. It's like, no, come on now, no. Remember that wireless mouse? I got a wireless mouse too, right? But throw it out the window. Don't touch it. Right? No touching mouse. Right? Not yet anyway. Wait for a pullback. If it keeps going up, that's okay. Guess what? You kept your powder dry. Get into something that has a probability, high probability of going up. Right? And buy the dip, right? Buy the dip. Don't be buying the rip, guys. Buy the dip. Sell the rip. Buy the dip. Sell the rip. Same with GDXJ, okay? And so the SILJ, same sort of thing as well too. And then the SIL, especially the SIL, right? Look at this here, big move up, right? So again, guys, if you want to get in a big powerful move, understand what goes into a big powerful move, right? This big move up here, we've done a lot of move here. So for me personally, guys, you guys can do whatever you want to do. You guys are probably going to get in right now because you think it's going to go to the moon, because you've been listening to these gold bugs out there saying, "Oh my goodness, it's breaking up the 52-week highs. We better get in now, quick, before it gets on right. Oh, quick. Oh, crap. Oh, you know what? I listened to John. John said, wait for a pullback, but." You know, John said, yeah, I agree. Yep, John, you know what? Buy the dip, sell the rip. Okay, I'm going to wait for a pullback. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to click that mouse today. I'm going to be patient. Okay, cool. Oh, and then the next, and then the next day you wake up and it's up 4%. Oh my goodness. And then you're listening to these bugs over here. So I told you it's going to go to the moon and people are missing out right now. And then you're like, oh my goodness, maybe I should get in right now. Maybe I'm going to miss out. And then John's saying, don't get in right now because wait for the dip. And then we're not getting the dip. And then market's popping up through here. Maybe I should get in right now. The gold bug said to get in. If you're doing that to yourself, throw that computer out the window and take a hike for a week, will you? Seriously, you can't be emotional about your You cannot be emotional about your trading, guys. It's just a mathematical numbers probability game. Most of the positions you get into are gonna, or you should be in a situation, shall I say, is where most of your positions make money and some don't. That's the way you want to be positioning yourself. It's all about probabilities, right? Protect your capital. The best way to do that is getting into position sizes that you are protecting your capital. Make sense? Not listening to gold bugs and so on and so forth, right? Because it's just like, no, all right? Based on probability when it comes to you and your trading. And that's going to lead me into a bit of a hard point with you guys. I want to talk to you. How are you going really? How are you really going with your trading? Have an honest, hard look at yourself and say, how are you really going? And don't bullshit yourself, right? You know, be honest with yourself. Because I find so many people I find so many people on my YouTube channel have been following me for a long time. And by the way, I appreciate your support. I do these videos for two reasons. One, it actually helps me as a trader, keeps my shit together. And secondly, is I do it because there's a lot of information that I know about these markets that can really help a lot of people. And that's the reason why I have a private client group as well too, because that allows me every week to go deep into the most important things. But how are you personally going? Be honest with yourself. Now, I want you to look at your whole trading as a bit of a bullseye target, okay? Let's do this here for a minute. Your bullseye target, what is that? Do you even have a target? And no, I'm not talking a money target, no. System target, right? We have this whole circle through here, right? This is called the target. This is called a system. This is called a plan, right? This is called, what is your edge? What do you actually look for in the markets? Because you can have all over here, right? All this other target, and you have a trade here and a trade there and a trade here, right? You might have a trade there, might have a trade here, trade there, trade here, trade there, right? And all these other things, right? Very random trades, right? Oh, I'm going to go long right now because this gold bug said 52 weeks highs. Let's go. Boom. John says don't. Right? There's no consistency here, right? Every single trade you get into, well, I'm going to go short oil right now because it's probably 52-week lows. Really? It's probably the bottom in the markets. Probably the bottom in oil. Right? If you've been watching my videos all this year, you'll know one thing, right? When there's really bad news about something, it's probably going to be the bottom. Look at oil right now. As soon as that really bad news came out, look what oil's been doing for the last week, basing out and slightly raising up. I wonder why that happened, right? Same when the whole pandemic thing happened with the S&P, the stock market, that was getting close to the bottom. Anyway, so all over here, right? This is the bullseye target here. All this is a random outcome. Okay, random. There's no probability. Okay, you want probability on your trade. And probability doesn't come from one trade. No. Success, win-loss ratio, every single thing you do, right, is based on a probability. And if you want to trade the markets for income, even if you're investing, you still can use the system. But over here, right, it's a very inconsistent. If you are trading all like this, where every single one of these trades is based on a separate plan. Or John, I do have my plan. I set my plan and I traded my plan. Really? So you're saying this was one plan, and then you create another plan for this setup. Then you create another plan. This here was another trade. This here was this here. I went long because John said so. John said the market's going to make. John says the market make new highs. I bought GDX because people said gold miners is the next best thing over here. I bought Bitcoin futures because Ray Dalio, he's bought Bitcoin futures, so maybe I should buy. Maybe he knows. I'm going to buy Bitcoin futures more too, and da. All through here. Notice how there's no consistency. All right, there's no consistency. Your number one thing to you is, firstly, what do you actually look for in the markets, right? Because the markets ebbs and flows. Right? So I do these videos all the time for you, right? I'm doing these pretty much every day. And I do the market updates and have a fun time with you guys and rock it out with the socks out, okay? But when it comes to my actual trading, that clicking of the button, guess what? Last week, there was only 2 trades that actually happened for me last week. One trade I got out of the very next day for a 30% profit. Next day, thank you very much. And then the other trade I'm still in right now, roughly about a break even. I think it's slightly down, maybe 5% loss or something like that. But the rules say stay in, right? There's no need to get out of it. It's probably going to turn into a nice profit. But I don't care. But what I'm saying here, guys, is that when I'm actually trading the markets, what am I doing? I'm actually just waiting for my setup. The market's ebbs and flows. The market crashes, the market booms, the market goes sideways, the market pulls back, the market has overextended periods to the upside, market has overextended periods to the downside. This is happening, that's happening, all these things are happening, right? Do I care? No, I don't give a rat's rear end. Why? Because whenever all my job is to do is get up, run my scans, scan all the stocks, to look for my setup only. And that's when I trade. So I got to ask you, if you are serious about getting ahead in these markets, if you are trading willy-nilly and all that sort of stuff, and there's no plan behind it, there's no consistency of, meaning your last at least 5 trades look almost identical to each other, you are gambling and you are going to lose money. I guarantee it. You may get into something and it makes money. That was the wrong thing to do. People think, oh, well, I made money, so I got it right. Who gives a damn rat's rear end if you got it right? That's not, who gives, whatever, right? All I care about is how can you replicate that for the rest of your life? How can you do what you did? And so over the year, you can have a very high probability. You're going to have a very good income. Doesn't mean you're going to make money every trade, but if you look at over the whole year, you do the same thing day in, day out. Most are profits, some are loss, rinse, recycle, repeat, make money, and have that as a predictable yearly income. Notice I said yearly, right? Most people try to make a weekly income. No, I'm not trying to make a weekly income. My job is to trade, right? And within any system, some days, some weeks, there might be a week without a trade. There might be a whole month without a trade. For me personally, January and February were really successful months for me. And then March came and there was like no trades for whole March. Absolutely no trades for whole March. And then now April, May, and then now things are picking back up again. I've had a lot of good activity, right? But this is the way it ebbs and flows. I don't have because if you're trying to force, it's like there's nothing there. Even though the market's going up and down doing this thing, you need to be patient for your setup. That gives you the edge. If you want the casino, if you want to be like the casino, then you must be consistent at trading one thing. So if I looked at your trading account and then I looked at the trades that you took, if at least the last 5 trades did not look almost identical to each other, the same setup, the same entry, everything like that, the same risk management every single time, you are gambling and you're going to go backwards. But John, you don't understand. You know what? I bought Bitcoin at 4,000 and it went to 17,000 and I got it right. And was that based on luck? Oh no, John, you don't know. I was smart. See, and I listened to this white paper. Really? Okay. Well, tell me how you can do that now. Tell me how you can take that exact same thought, because throwing your thoughts at the market is just one of the hardest things, one of the biggest mistakes you're going to do out there, right? So if you throw your thoughts at the next thing, which most of our thoughts are always wrong, most of what I think is going to happen is always wrong. It's always the market that's right. Then I guarantee you, yes, you may make money on that second trade. I'm the king. But what's eventually going to happen? You're going to load up big time because you are right? You are right. Ego, swelling up. I'm the king. That word, right? Yeah, king shit. Right? And then guess what happens? Big whack. Big whack. What is that whack? You lose all the profit you made, and that took you maybe some time, and then some. You build it up, and in one trade you wipe out all the profit, and now your account's actually in negative from that one trade. Because you thought you knew it. You thought you knew exactly what's going to happen. Because the fact of the matter is, guys, is that I have a successful system, but I can never know up front what trade is going to make a profit and what trade's not. Even with the highest, like, I have a system there, even with the setups that have like a 90% win-loss ratio. Now, I'm very confident most of these trades are going to run on for good profit, but sometimes they don't. And I just got to take that loss and move on. But I can't tell you up front. I can't count how many times, guys, even just this year, when I saw a really absolute perfect setup and it didn't really do much. I had like a 5 or 20 or 10 or maybe 20% loss. I'm not on the account, on the position, right? Risk management. So I may have lost maybe 2% of my account at that time. Maybe trading 10% of my account. I have a 20% loss. I just lost 2% of my account. And that absolutely perfect. And then there was another trade. I'm just like, you know what? This is quite an ugly setup, but it actually still meets the rules. So I've got to take it. And then that thing runs on for 150% profit, and my account's up 15% now. I was like, oh, geez, I didn't expect that to happen. You just don't know. So you thinking you don't need to know. You don't need to be right to be rich. You just got to trade the markets. Most are going to be profits. That depends on the system you're taking, by the way. If you're trading a system with a low win-loss ratio, no. Some are going to be profits, some are going to be losses. The way that I trade is not a lot of trades, but high win-loss ratio. Most of the profits, some are losses, rinse, recycle, repeat. And this is the way it is. So that bullseye, do you even have your bullseye? Do you even have a system you're following? Because if you're trading the markets for income, you're active, you're getting in, you're getting out on an active basis. Even if it's getting in right now and holding for a few weeks and getting out, or for a few days or whatever. It's an active income. If you're looking for an active income, you must be consistent at following some sort of setup. And once again, if you can look at your trading account and say, okay, your last 10 trades, because I can show you right now, I can walk through, it'll probably take me an hour to do it, right? But I can walk you through every single trade that I've taken this year. There's been 10% of my trades have been based on crash trades. When you guys have, if you've been watching me for a while, you guys know that I bought the SP500 and some other stocks when the market crashed. But apart from that, that was more like just crash trades. But when it comes to my trading for income, guess what? Every single trade that I meets the exact same type of rules. Now they look almost identical, right? Because not every single setup's going to look absolutely exactly identical, but they're going to look almost identical, but meet the same set of rules. And that's the reason why you can do well. And if you think about that, you're a become a short-term trader with a long-term view. What that means is that you're a short-term trader. I mean, you're getting in right now, and even if you're holding for a few weeks, that's still a short-term. You're a short-term trader with a long-term view. What that means is that you're trading the markets right now on a short-term with a short-term trade. You're going to get in, you're going to get out, going to be active, you're going to have good risk management, and this trade you take right now could be a loss. It could be proper too. You don't know. You don't need to know, right? But the long-term view simply means over the next 20 trades, if I stick to this one setup, I'm going to make money. It's just a mathematical, scientifically proven. And if you are not that confident with the way that you're trading, you need to find something. You need to find a system that says, you know what, at least, you know what, I've done my testing, I've done my back testing, I've done my research, and I believe that this system here has at least a 70% win-loss ratio. That means 7 times. So if you took 20 trades, 6 are going to be losses, 14 are going to be profits. That's a 70% win-loss ratio. And if you can keep your losses small, where you can have maybe your average loss is 20% if you're using options, and then your average profit is like 80%, maybe even 50%, you make money. Rinse, recycle, repeat, right? That's the way that it takes for you to start doing well in the markets. So if you are not consistently following the target here, this target right here, if you don't have any target, which means your setup, what are you looking for? Just because the market's going up and market's going down and all this stuff doesn't mean you need to get involved with it. Don't get involved with it. Who cares? The market is going to be here tomorrow. The question is, are you? Right? Because if you keep trading like a madman and throwing your money, all this sort of stuff, you are not going to do well, right? It's going to be really, really, really hard and really, really difficult for you to move forward long term. And you're not going to have that deep confidence for you to eventually go full time. The only way that I went full time over 10 years ago is if I spent 12 months trading the same system. Now I made mistakes as well too, right? Where, probably 10% of the trades that I took still wasn't with the system, but 90% of the time when I stuck to the system, 90% of the time when that was me doing well. And then I learned to, as the years gone on, right? I've learned there's no need to take those other crap trades. And that's how you go full time. And you won't have the confidence to go full time if you don't have any belief that you can actually make money long term in the markets. So no matter what happens with these markets, even if the actual stock market itself actually stopped for a whole month, right? And there was no trading, guess what? There's still foreign exchange markets out there, right? There's still these other markets out there. And if you have a system that is based on how the markets work, which that's the way that I trade, then it works on every market. Right? There's not like a forex trading system or a stock trading system. No, the way that I personally trade, it's not like, oh, this is my stock market trading system. What a load of crap. If you're doing that, that's bad, right? Because if say for example the futures market stops, that'd be really bad. Oh, sorry, no, the forex market stops, that'd be really bad if that happens, right? Well, then guess what? Of course, I take the exact same system and go apply it to the crypto market. I'm good to go. Let's go. Let's keep trading, right? It doesn't matter. Why? Because it's all the same thing. Whether it's a daily chart, hourly chart, weekly chart, any market out there. I know my system rocks it out with a crash out. Why do I know that? It's because in the past, I used to trade 8 hours a day, a couple of hours on the stock market, and then the rest would be watching the Forex markets, trading the 2-minute charts, 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, and Forex markets, and also futures markets, Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P futures, stuff like that, right? Oil, gold, okay? And I used to do really, really well from that. I don't do that anymore because I want a life, right? And for me, it's all about having that balance. And so now I only do 1 hour per day, but with with how successful the system is, and then using options over that system on the stock market, I still can generate a really good income. Not every day, not every week, right? Not every month I generate income. But every year I can generate a really, really, really good income from trading 1 hour a day and still enjoying my life as well too. So if you are all over the place right now, if you are serious about making money from the markets, then you need to get serious with yourself. And that's so important. So this is a bit of a kick up the arse. I see some of you guys just still, you're creating some story of why you're getting into something. There shouldn't be a story. Story equals bullshit. No, it's like, I'm getting into this trade because it meets my trading plan. And this is the setup I'm looking for. And the next trade, guess what? I'm getting into this trade because it meets my trading plan, and this is the setup I'm looking for, and it's the exact same rules and setup I'm looking for right now is the exact same previous trade. You do that, now you have the odds on your side. See, it's not the market that's a scam. It's not these other educational companies like me who's a scam. It's you who's a scam because you are not following the system correctly. And if you're honest with yourself, you know that's true. Right? It's not the system. It's not the market. The market's going to be here a long time. If you just followed a plan consistently, then you know you're going to do well. Now, yes, you have to go through the stages of when you purchase a course, like when people become a private client of mine or they learn my system. Yes, you need to go then take it baby steps, right? Learn the system, understand the system, build your confidence, see the average win-loss ratio, and so on and so forth. Okay? So anyway, guys, here is the start of the week. It's going to be an amazing week, and I am really excited for it. Traders, I am running a free training, and on this free training, I'm going to walk you through my #1 trading system for the last 15 years. If you're wondering, what is my trading system? How do I actually trade the markets? What sort of setups do I look for? Then this is for you. See, on this, I'm going to walk you through all the details, but I'm going to walk you through the 3 secrets. The secret #1 is I'm going to walk you through the one thing that took me from $250,000 in debt and almost went bankrupt to actually shifting to actually making money from the markets. I'm going to talk about that one thing. Secret #2, I'm going to walk you through all the steps and all the details to my trading system. I'm not going to hold anything back. You're going to learn all the details to this. So you too, when you leave, you'll be able to see exactly how I trade the markets and what sort of setups I look for so you can start to apply it today as well too. And secret #3, I'm going to show you exactly how and how I trade the markets for only 1 hour per day as well too. So I'm going to walk you through everything through. So if you're struggling with your trading right now, you need to see this. If you're looking for a really high probability trading system that gets like over 90% success rate, then this is for you as well too. And if you're looking for a way to be able to have freedom in your life, but also condense that down with a really good trading system, then secret #3, you're going to love that as well too. So I'm running that free training today. So go to johnsfreetraining.com right now, and I'll see you there.